Here stop in traffic, and I'm sorry I'm giving you guys my bad angle from my dark car, but I just wanted to say a few things. And one of the main cliches that you will hear as an adult is that you have to take care of yourself, and that is so hard to do when you have so many different responsibilities, mentally, financially, and physically. Like, I really did not feel well today at work at all. Like, I felt bad to the point that I really wanted to go to the emergency room, but I felt like I had so much work to do. And I'm a salaried employee, so my pay is not affected if I have to go. But I just feel like the weight of responsibility of always having to stay on top of things and always having things to slide kind of makes me push myself to the back burner. Also, as well as like the practical thing, I remember like back in the day when my mom used to go to the doctor, it used to be like $25 copay, $30 copay, $150 if you had to go to the emergency room. Now they have changed this health insurance thing to all these co-insurance and deductible. And I actually have worked in health insurance for a large part of my life, and I still somewhat do, and I understand health insurance way more than the average person. And I still feel like it is such a burden to think about a $2,000 emergency room bill when you physically really do not feel well. You're trying to push yourself through. And maybe this is like a rant or just getting something off my mind, because I know a lot of people are in this situation, because I have known enough people to be diagnosed with stage 4 of something, or just to like drop dead of a heart attack or something like that due to stress or high blood pressure, because they're not taking care of themselves. And there's so many different barriers to taking care of yourself. Like me, I don't want to incur a $2,000 emergency room bill when I'm trying to work on my credit. That's just like, just the thought of it stresses me out, but it's doing me more physical harm and mental harm, just like the thought of it. And then also just trying to find a doctor that is going to treat me like a human being. Like the last time I went to the doctor's office, I mean, I literally never felt so bad about myself. In a private room with another person that I was not on a date with. I was like, this lady was really trying to make me tell her a few things. Just all the judgment. I understand that there's all these kind of statistics and stats that are out there for women and minorities who have high blood pressure, who are in stressful situations. There's different kind of like statistics that they try to throw at you, where it's kind of like, but I'm a person, I have my own needs. Treat me as like an individual. And then after her making me feel so badly, she wouldn't even let me leave her office without paying her the $160 copay, or not even copay, co-insurance or deductible that I had to pay. And that puts a fear in people to say, well, I don't want to go to the doctor for that, or I don't want to waste my time for that. It's like I almost have to be like about to fall over, for me to go to the doctor, and it really shouldn't be that way. And I know that I'm not the only adult person that feels this way. I think the solution is like trying to do the best with what you have, with like the resources that you have, taking some time out of your day to find a doctor that you like, and really keeping records on yourself. Because that's another thing. I had a doctor that I liked, and then my health insurance changed, but that doctor was no longer a part of my network. Because these doctors are in it to make a dollar too. They feel like, hey, if they're not going to pay me the rates, then I'm not going to, support that health insurance plan. And it makes me, the patient and the average person, you have to do all this research and present all this information all over again. And not saying that I have like any major issues, but like I have very low energy levels, and my blood pressure has been high lately, and I've been having like a few other things that have been going on. This is something that if I felt like I was in the right care, I think could easily be resolved. But I just feel like there's so many different barriers to taking care of yourself. So this was kind of like a rant, and just kind of like just throwing it out there. It's kind of like even just telling you guys, you do have to overcome those barriers just for your own good. And it's almost like a little science project, a little research thing that I'm going to have to do, is find out, okay, do I go to somebody who's holistic? Maybe I should look into Chinese medicine, like, because I'm not all for like taking all kind of prescription pills that may affect your liver down the line. I'm just not, that's just me. I'm not saying that's everybody, but that's just me. But yeah, just something I want to throw out there, because it was so funny as I